Hi, welcome back to this safe space where we talk about everything to do with mental health and addiction. My name is Doris, and allow me to take you through the journey of understanding what is addiction. Addiction is defined as a chronic, relapsing brain disorder defined by compulsive substance use or behavior despite harmful consequences. This means that addiction is a psychological process that takes control of how the brain is wired. This means that the individual suffering from addiction has no control of their own emotions, their time, and their connection with people. This means when someone with addiction has no control with their brain, they could also be engaged in violence. I'm not justifying violence from addicted people, but I'm just saying that this tormentation comes up from the addiction they're going through. How many types of addictions do we have? We only have two types of addiction. These mainly are substance addiction and behavioral addiction. What is substance addiction? Substance addiction is addiction to substance use, just like the name suggests. This could be drugs like cocaine, heroin, marijuana, cannabis, etc., including drugs sold over the counter. This means an individual could start using this substance use from a very small quantity until the body develops a tolerance to the same substance. What is substance tolerance? Substance tolerance means um, is the increase of the same substance to achieve the same feeling. What do I mean by that? This means when you start taking alcohol, perhaps only two bottles of alcohol could make you drunk. But over the time, the body develops tolerance to the disease and now makes you use more. Could be six bottles or eight bottles to achieve the same effect that the drug had on you initially. This makes the body subjective to use of the substance for it to function properly because it's now in use of and in a very familiar ground with the substance. Whenever you take away the substance from this individual, they could have withdrawal symptoms. These are things that I'm going to talk about in other videos to come after this one because it's a very bold concept to understand withdrawal symptoms associated to addiction. Number two type of addiction is behavioral addiction. Behavioral addiction or disorder is an individual becoming so addicted to a specific behavior or a new habit that develops. This could be, you could be addicted to food, you could get addicted to gambling, you could also get addicted to gaming, you could also get addicted to social media, and you could also get addicted to pornography, just to mention but a few. Why do we need to understand the topic of addiction? We need to understand what addiction is because when people understand what is addiction, they are able to identify and know that addiction is not a moral failure. Addiction is a disease of the brain and is recognized like any other sickness that someone could be suffering from. When you understand what is addiction, we also help the society and the community at large to understand that they should not be, the people suffering from addiction should not be subjected to stigma, which could be an hindrance for them to getting help. This means when the individual notices that what they're going through is a scientifically proven disease, they will seek for medical attention to recover the same, and the people living around them will be able to identify them. The loved ones are suffering from a disease and they're not going to put them under stigma. This also means addiction is not just a disease that you just wake up one day and you recover from. Addiction takes patience. Does relapse means failure in sobriety? No. Relapse means you have fallen, you can wake up and you can still continue on the journey to recovery. What does the global statistics show about addiction of substance use? Globally, alcohol disorders affect 5% of adult population. This could be 380 million people in the world could be addicted to alcohol. addiction. These are statistics as 2016. In 2019, 2.6 billion deaths were alcohol related. This is 4.7% global mortality, and 13 of these were aged between 20 to 39 years old. Tobacco related shows that 1.3 billion people globally use tobacco. This means that also connected to the same 8 million people die annually from tobacco related complications. This could be heart diseases and cancer, just to mention but a few. These statistics show that one person every 6 seconds dies from tobacco related complications. Illicit drugs. This shows that 155 million to 250 million people use illicit drugs. Illicit drugs would be cocaine, heroin, cannabis, etc. This also means that we have annual death of 0.5 million people from this illicit drug substance use. What are the impact and consequences of this drug use? This means that people suffer from disability associated to substance misuse and over-reliance of the same for survival. And so much things are being done for different societies and different countries globally to curb this and to give uh, help to people who are suffering from this addiction, and encourage you to look through your website and see what kind of help that the government offers people in your country to start your sobriety text. And if there's anything I can do to help you, kindly just feel free to leave a comment in this video and we can start a conversation, because recovery from addiction needs patience and truth and hard conversations. If you feel free to have that conversation with me, I'll be glad to help you anytime. So, to end, I'll end by saying that you're not alone. Millions of people, as statistics show, suffer from addiction. So this means you're not on this road alone. So many people suffer from the same thing, but what we should remember is, as million people suffer from the same addiction, millions of people are going and starting their recovery journey each and every day, and it's never too late for you. There is hope for your recovery, and the road is not easy. Does that mean that people don't have a normal life? No, they do. After recovery, these people are able to reconnect with their loved one. After recovery, they're able to get their own jobs, and then they're able to go back to life and live a normal life. But what happens to those who don't seek help? Many are lost. And because you're interacting with this video, I am sure that you're going to make the right decision. Kindly, if you know you've been through addiction before and you went through the recovery system, way and everything, and you're doing well in your life, please feel free to leave a comment in this video, and this could be an encouraging and a turning point for someone who is undergoing addiction. Kindly love like, love, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe for me to be able to know what other type of content you would want me to keep on supplying for you for this video.